the TV on, throw my hand in my pants. Nobody's gone.
13 flat.
All right. Ooh, that sounded terrible. All right. So it is 6:30 according to the master timing computer.
13-1.
So let's shut down practice and get our four-wheel drives out for racing. We're also going to need our marshals out. Our marshals from race number 5, 21-5 out to marshal, including our volunteer. Mr. Gunnar Mooney is going to come out here, help us with our marshaling duties. I'm trying to catch the computer up.
13-7.
All right, practice is officially turned off. I need to go find Mr. Tanner and stick him into four-wheel drive. That gives us a full heat of four-wheel drive. Look out. There it is. All right.
Quinton Bristol.
All right, so let's get four-wheel drive checked in. Let's get our marshals from race number 5 out on the track, please. We will need everybody from race number 5 out to marshal, plus volunteers. I've got one from my family out here. Gunner's going to volunteer to marshal.
Steve Sampier.
All right, I need Tanner, just Tanner, to cross the line. Tanner, where's Tanner? Who's showing up as Joe Saw? Okay.
Tanner Dillon.
Okay. And then I need Andre to check in, and we will be all set. Our lineup's going to be Kendra, Tony, Quentin, Steve, Andre's checked in, Tim, the Doe Show, and Tanner. Andre will be on the 5 spot. Hey, he's getting the crashes out of the way early. All right. Full grid, 17.5, four-wheel drive. We've got 8 cars. See, marshals, you're going to need to be on your toes, watching your corners and not the race. But you can't yell at the marshals because they didn't make you crash. We're kicking the race off on the sound of the tone. Oh, a little bit of a pileup in the first turn. Everybody makes it down the hill. Kendra trying to take advantage of that up front starting position. In the middle, got a car down in the middle. Kendra and Steve gonna lead the first 2 laps. Dosho working his way up. You guys excited for March Madness this Saturday? A little bit of an interesting format we've got planned. Change things up a little bit. Watch out going down the hill. Got a car going down the hill. Oh, that one's on the wrong side. That white car, yeah, that one's trying to go to the other side. All right, we are 3:45 to go. Kendra out front, followed by Tanner, Quentin, then the Doe Show. Watch the start-finish line. Go inside at the start-finish. Clear? Steve just switching to a 17.5 from 13.5, and he's running in third position right now. Sometimes less is more. Oh, watch the lander of the uphill doubles. It's clear. I think that was Tanner going down, your second place car. Odd seeing Tanner in not Tanner's paint. Oh, watch out on the downhill. Clear. As we approach halfway, Kendra, Tanner, Steve, the Dosho, Quentin, Andre, Tim, and Tony, your running order. Stadium truck will be up next. And I personally will need just a minute to get my car because I'm in stadium truck. We'll still want to change over. Watch out going downhill. Watch out going down the hill. Clear. Watch the start finish line. Watch out on the start finish line. Go inside. Fix that body. See if you can pop that over. There you go. All right, 2 minutes to go. Kendra, Tanner, left. Steve, Quentin, your top four. Watch out up the hill. Looks like we've got one off the track. Looks like lost a rear camber link. 1:45 to go, drivers. Again, stadium truck will be up next. Leader is the white, blue, and pink car. That's that belt drive TLR coming down the straightaway now. Second place is going to be the blue and silver with the orange nose, just crossing the timing line. And then Steve. Again, Steve switched from 13.5 to 17.5 just about an hour ago, and he's running in third place right now, so it's doing him good. That time by Kendra, Tanner, Quentin, Steve, the Dosho, your top five. Watch out going up the hill. 2 cars down going up the hill. Watch out. We're clear. Kendra threatening to put third place a lap down, and that's going to do it with him being upside down. The next 2 cars getting bunched up behind there. Remember, if you want to be marshaled, you got to let off the throttle. 30 seconds, drivers, 30 seconds. Still Kendra, Tanner, the Dosho, Quentin, and then Steve in the 5 spot. Tanner in the rent-a-ride. In the 2 spot, 2 position for Tanner with the rent-a-ride. Watch the uphill double lander. Clear. 5 seconds. All right. Tim, you're the first one done. Kendra, you're done. Couple more cars to finish. Marshals, please grab the blowers before you head off the track. We got one more to finish, and we are done.
Steve Sampier done.
In the 3 spot, the Dosho 21.503, Tanner 22.508, and Kendra 22.502 sets TQ from pole position. We'll see what happens in round 2 when she's got to start from the back. Speaking of Kendra, I'm going to sign off while she does announcer duty for me so I can run stadium truck.
All right, race number 2. 13.5 Stadium Truck. On the stand, we should have Daryl D, Ben Cropper, Joe Sa, and Victor Wu, and Eric Adams. Looks like our marshals are out here. Eric's getting his car ready, so we'll give him a minute or two. Yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and check in by crossing the line, that would be great. So if there's any transponder discrepancies, I can sort them out now.
Joe Saw.
All right, I got Joe and I got Ben checked in. Ben's driving a purple car this time, huh? He's usually green with the big teeth like the Hulk. All right, here comes Eric Adams, our guest star of the night. Still looking for Daryl D, Victor Wu, and Eric's up on his way. I see Victor out there. Looks like he might have some mechanical issues going on. I got a check from Adam. Is Daryl D gonna make it? Daryl. Nope, he's out. Okay, he just waved out, so Victor is working on his car right now. Looks like we've got marshals for every corner. And the lineup, if you guys want to get ready to line up, is Ben on the pole, Joe on the 2, Victor, when he gets done, will be on the 3, and Eric will be on the tail end of the group in position 4. All right, so looks like Victor's getting his stuff. Nope, Victor's out, so we're down to 3 trucks. So if you want Ben's on the pole, Joe 2, and Eric on the 3, however you guys want to line it up. Now, this should be a super clean race because there's only 3 trucks. It's a good chance to get a good time to get your pole position in the main. So, all right, marshals in place. Drivers ready. Go at the sound of the tone, not before. And they're off. Ben Cropper, purple and orange, leading the crowd here. Joe Saw in the 2 being patient. He's waiting to make that move. A mistake by the leader. Joe Saw now out front in the all blue. Eric Adams to the 2. Joe with a nice smooth line. Coming across the line now. All blue truck is your leader. Eric Adams in the purple and white and fluorescent yellow. That is your number 2 position. Ben Cropper with the new colors. Purple and orange in the 3. Everybody on the same lap. Joe Saw, however, starting to extend his lead. He's coming down the straightaway now. He hasn't made any big mistakes. I think that's the main reason he's out front. Eric Adams in the 2, about 3 corners ahead of Ben Cropper. Joe now coming up on the tail end of lap traffic here. Looks like Ben's truck has plenty of power. He's trying to tame it. This track is more of a finesse track than a power track, that's for sure. Eric Adams goes down. Here comes Ben. The battle is on for second position. Over the table they go. Adams does a nice line through that double. 2 and 3 coming off the straightaway. It's Adams and Cropper. And look here, we've got Victor Wu joining the race late here. He wants to get a couple laps in. Now Victor Wu, also purple and orange, but he's got mostly orange. Thank you, Victor. Victor from an era when people were actually courteous when they drove. Hate to say, but that era is long gone. Joe Saw leading this almost from the beginning. We're just over halfway through this race, drivers. 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Joe Saw on a 22.506. That is a respectable pace. Just as I say that, he flips it over the line. He should be able to hold on that 22-lap run if he keeps staying consistent. Eric Adams still in the 2, but here comes Ben Cropper again to challenge. Cropper's definitely got the driving experience. I think he's just learning this truck. Looks like Victor's back out. Mechanical or electrical. He's got to work on his truck. Hopefully he'll get it ready for the next round. 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining, drivers. It's Joe, Eric, and Ben. Joe now off the 22-lap run by 2 seconds. He's going to have to run some good laps if he wants to get that 22. Eric and Ben, however, are only 2 seconds apart. They've been going at it the whole race. Eric loses it. He gets in the marbles. Ben Cropper now taking over second position down the straightaway. It's still on the race with 1 minute to go. That's almost 4 laps, so anything can happen. Good battle in the back here down the straightaway. Ben and Eric. Meanwhile, our leader is 1 second off the pace for 22 laps. Let's see what he's got. He's just 2 seconds off now. He's maintaining it. Eric makes a nice move. And Ben tries to take it back. He's going to give good sportsmanship there. Leader down, but he's got a huge lead. Eric Adams looking to take hold of the second position. 15 seconds to go. This is going to be this lap and maybe one more. Less than 10 drivers. Let's see who's going to make that line. Adams makes it. Cropper makes it onto. Oh, Cropper, you got caught. Then you're done. He was up on 2 wheels trying to get it across that line. That was awesome. All right, Joe's done, and Eric is not. Eric is done. All right, everybody is done. Good race, guys. Taking third place, Ben Cropper, 19.5 flat and 0.3 of a second. Eric Adams in the 2 with a 20.513, and taking the win and setting the pace, Joe Saw with a 21.503. All right, up next we have race number 3. Let's see here. The first heat of 17.5 two-wheel drive buggy. On the stand, we should have Chuck Erickson, Chris Payne, Jeremy Hilsendager, Tanner Dillon, Brian Burks, Andrew Hammond, Colby Harden, and Topher Given, also known as Turkey. We'll need our marshals from that last race and some volunteer marshals. Since we only had a few drivers in that last one, we could use some volunteer marshals, pretty please.
I got my volunteer.
All right, Kendra Knowles, your guest announcer signing off. Eric Adams back to the timing stand. Good luck, guys.
Tanner Dillon. Chris Payne. Colby Harden. Andrew Hammond, Jeremy Hilsendiger, Brian Burks, Chuck Erickson.
All right. Now it's time for another full class, 17.5 two-wheel drive, race 1 of 2. This is technically race number 3 on the schedule. We've got everybody checked in. We've got marshals, so let's close the straightaway and line them up. Chuck, Chris, Jeremy, Tanner, Brian, Andrew, Colby, and the turkey. Chuck, Chris, Jeremy, Tanner, Brian, Andrew, Colby, turkey. Look at that full driver stand. I like it. Yeah, Chuck should be up front. Chris, Jeremy, Tanner, Brian, Andrew, Colby, and turkey. All right, we've got drivers, we've got marshals. Pace to beat for the night so far, 22 laps. Let's see if 17.5 two-wheel drive can set a new fastest lap of the night. We're going live on the sound of the tone. Chuck's gonna lead him around. Everybody making the first couple of corners cleanly. That's what we like to see as they head down the hill, make the turn, go back up. Everybody still running in order and running clean. Chuck gonna lead him around for lap number 2. Oh, Chris making the pass. Now it's Chris up front. Tucking in tight those first couple of corners, headed down the hill. Colby with a slow roller. Oh, you got one stuck on the pipe on the straightaway. Go outside on the straightaway. It's clear. Leaders coming behind you. Thank you, sir. Got a fast group for 17.5 tonight. We got 2 full heats and everybody's fast. 1 minute down, 4 to go. Chris, Chuck, Jeremy, Tanner, your running order last time by. Chuck makes a mistake, drops 2 positions. White car in the front, green car second, blue car third. Then Chuck, the first car with the actual paint job, in 4th. Watch out going down the hill, clear. Leader, the all-white car, followed by the dark green with the white wheels, and then the all-blue. Oh no, Tanner making his way up. He's in the 3rd position now. Looking for Tanner. I guess Tanner's blue with yellow wheels tonight. So lead battle down the straightaway, 3rd place not far behind. Then you've got Chuck having to work his way through traffic. He's got 2 cars between him and 3rd place. Looking to make a pass on Colby going up the hill. Colby with an error, so Chuck's got 1 taken care of. Chris still out front, makes a mistake. That's going to put Jeremy and Tanner right up on him. Jeremy gets to the front. Lead battle, 3 cars down the straightaway. Chuck looking to get around Brian to make it 4-car battle for the lead. Brian with a mistake. Oh, the leaders all making mistakes going up the hill. Couple of cars getting caught. That's going to put Tanner to the front with 1.3 second advantage as he heads down the hill. Race number 4, you're up next. We've got 2 minutes to go. Tanner, Jeremy, Chris, Chuck, Andrew, Brian, Colby, and Turkey, your running order last time around. So your leader, the blue car with the yellow wheels, headed for the straightaway. Second place, green and white. Thank you, Turkey. Third place is Chris with the white and yellow. Chuck trying to get around Brian to see if he can catch the lead battle. Oh, Jeremy caught on a pipe. Turkey gives him a little bump out of there. All right, our leaders are all back together again with 1:25 to go. No traffic between our top four. They're all on pace for 22. They're right on the bubble. 22:01 is our lead pace right now. Tanner, Chris, Jeremy, Chuck, Andrew, all on pace for 22. This track is starting to dry out a little bit.
1 minute left.
This is our Rumble in the Rockies layout, so it's had a lot of laps on it. We will be putting in a new layout in about the middle of April, so be sure to mark your calendars for that one. Right now, 45 seconds left on the timer. Tanner, Chris, Jeremy, Chuck. Looks like Turkey, you've got the leaders coming up behind you. Hot battle headed on the straightaway. Tanner, Chris, Jeremy, all right together. Tanner with a mistake. I guess that car is purple, not blue. My eyesight's not so good on colors. That's why you gotta put more than one color on your car. All right, lead 4 cars, middle of the track, headed up the hill, 5 seconds to go. Are they gonna get any extra laps? Chris gets one.
Tanner Dylan Dunn.
Chris is the only one. Chris goes on a victory lap, gonna set the TQ mark for race number 4 to try to surpass. Couple more drivers left to finish, and that's gonna be the race. Marshals, please grab the blowers as you head off. Hey Tim, I think Gunner's gonna get it. All right, race number 4, you're up next. Jeremy goes, let's go back to Chuck. Chuck, 21,501.7. Jeremy, 22,501.3. Tanner, 22,500.8. And Chris, the only one to get the extra lap, 23,512. That was a good race. Let's see if race number 4 can equal it or do even better. Got some more very experienced drivers here in race number 4. We're looking for another Tanner Marshall, followed with Steve, Leonard, Kendra, Quentin, David, Justin, and Ben. And then after that will be race number 5, which is our 21-5 group. We'll take a short break between rounds. Probably only about 5 or 10 minutes. All right, marshals are done. You're good to check in cars.
Steve Sampier, Quentin Bristol, David Stevenson, Kendra Knowles, Tanner Marshall, Ben Cropper, Justin Pasulko.
All right, I need all my drivers from race number 3 out to Marshall. We got another full grid and a big pile here up on my end of the track. Watch out on the north end of the track. All right, thank you, Aaron. Aaron's got to go get ready to be in race number 5, so he's going to exit the track. I've got everybody checked in, so let's close the straightaway and line them up. Everybody's checked in. Let's close the straightaway. Up front, we're going to have Tanner, then Steve, Leonard, Kendra, Quentin, David, Justin, and Ben. Tanner, Steve, Leonard, Kendra, Quentin, David, Justin, and Ben. There's 2 Tanners. There's like 4 Tanners that race here. Tanner, Steve, Leonard in the 3 spot, Kendra, Quentin, David, Justin, and Ben. All right, we've got a grid. We've got marshals. You're looking to beat 23,512 to set TQ. Probably going to need 22 to be in the A main sort on the sound of the tone, looking for clean laps. Tanner, Steve, Leonard going to lead him around. Everybody looking for a clean first lap. You got lots of race. Clean passes are what we want here. Oh, leader rolls over, doesn't lose the position. Leonard's made a move up to the 2 spot. We've got David stuck on the pipe. Oh, watch out going down the hill. Multiple cars tumbling, but it's clear. Still Tanner out front, followed by Leonard, Kendra, and Steve. Tanner and Leonard have their work cut out for them. Kendra and Steve already have a whole race under their belt. Awesome to see full heats on a Wednesday night. Running 3 full heats out of our 5 races tonight. Thank you very much for that support. Still Tanner, Leonard, Kendra, Steve out front with 1 down, 4 to go. Oh, watch out going down the hill. Got a couple of cars stuck together. Go outside going down the hill. Not that outside, the other outside. Clear. As we close in on 3 minutes to go, Kendra's made her way to the front, followed by Leonard, Tanner, David, Steve, Ben, Quentin, and Justin. I saw Justin pause to make an adjustment on his transmitter. Again, race number 5 is up next. That's our 21.5 buggy class. Oh, rollover on the top of the hill out of Steve. That's going to cost him at least 1 position. Your leader, Kendra, that green, blue, and pink car with the yellow wheels. Oh, Tanner with a rough rollover breaks the car from the 3rd position on track. It's going to promote David to the 3 spot. So Kendra, that pink, blue, and green with the yellow wheels. Leonard, the red and white with the white wheels. And then David. David is the silver, purple, and orange. Or at least should be, unless he's repainted his body. Where's David? There he is. Yep, silver, purple, and orange. 2 minutes to go, drivers. Watch out going up the hill.
2 minutes left.
Clear. Kendra, Leonard, David, Ben, your top 4. David with a bit of a mistake. Ben not close enough to capitalize. Pace out front, 22.502. Leader getting stuck on the end of the straightaway corner. That's going to slow down our overall race pace. Promotes Leonard to the front. Leonard back racing again after quite a long break, and he is on pace. Didn't take him long to get that form back. Oh, David Stevenson stuck against a pipe. Kind of in the middle between the marshals with a lot of work to do. Oh, David Stevenson upside down again. One minute to go as our leader heads out for another lap. He's got 2 cars between himself and 2nd position.
1 minute left.
Leonard, Kendra, David, Ben, Steve, Quentin, Justin, and Tanner, who is out. "45 seconds to go. Clean laps might get our leader into 23s. 22.501 last time by. Again, that red and white with the white wheels is your leader. Watch out going down the hill. Clear. "18 seconds to go. It's going to be close. Watch out in the middle. Going up the hill. Car down, going up the hill. Go inside. Leader coming through. Oh, that might do it. Little bit of a lap traffic problem. Keeps Leonard in the 22s.
Steve Sampier.
Still going to put him in second qualifier or third qualifier position, I believe, for Leonard.
David Stevenson done.
One more car. Nope, we're all done. Marshals, please grab the blowers before you head off the track. Thank you, Tanner. Appreciate it. Yeah, it has. Ben goes 20.502, David 21.507, Kendra 22.503, and Leonard takes the race with 22.501. Again, up next is our 21.5 class.
Turkey. Alex Graham. Aaron Casey. Joe Saw.
All right, sounds like the track crew is done. Let's get those 21.5s checked in, please. All right, I see everybody checked in. I see marshals. Let's close the straightaway and line everybody up. Close the straightaway and we'll line them up. That lineup will be Alex, Turkey, Aaron, and Joe. Alex, Turkey, Aaron, and Joe. Everybody rocking Team Associated Vehicles. Alex, Turkey, Aaron, and Joe. Aaron's got a backup. He's got a B6.4 and a B7 rocking the old school style bodies. I like it. Variety. It's lovely. All right, 21.5. Let's see what you can do. Clean laps. Let's keep these marshals bored, right? Let's keep them sitting on their hands, on the sound of the tone. Alex gonna lead him around. Aaron trying to give the marshals something to do. First lap in, Alex, Turkey, Joe, Aaron. Turkey made the pass. He's up front, that all-black car. Looks like right now, if you want to be leading 21.5, you got to be rocking the old school body. That cab rearward design, very distinctive. Oh, Joe making it a three-way race. Our leaders tagging each other, then tagging each other again. Joe crashes at the bottom of the hill. Is Aaron going to get a chance to lead? Oh, he gives it away with a rollover on that big double. Joe with a little bit of room now. 2.2 seconds as he crossed the line from first to second. Took him a while to work his way from back to front. Let's see what he can do with it. So that blue, silver, and orange vehicle is your leader. The all black in the second position. Both those cars rocking the black wheels. trying to disprove the notion that you need a bright color to be able to see where your car is going. I mean, one of these days I'm going to get my budget together and I'm going to do a black light race. Then you're not going to be able to see a black car at all. Joe, Turkey, Alex, Aaron, your running order with 3 minutes to go. I think first I got to get just more light in general on the track, and then we'll work on black light. Yeah, I've got to get on a, there's a city program for like energy efficiency upgrade. Yeah, so that's where we need to get to. Battle to watch right now is between Turkey and the pipe. Justin got in there and helped him out. Halfway, Joe out front, followed by Alex, Turkey, and Aaron. So Joe is the silver, blue, and orange car. Alex in the white and red. Turkey all black. And Aaron with the white and red. White car is having a confrontation down there underneath the driver's stand.
Not that I don't like the rear body, but you gotta have the rear motor to make it look right.
Yeah.
2 minutes left.
I mean, I really like the way the Proline Axis stadium truck body looks, but it is, in my hands, it's not very durable. Mine has kind of come apart. But I love the variety you get with having different bodies. 1:40 to go. Joe, Alex, Turkey, Aaron, still your running order. Again, this weekend we're going to be doing a March Madness specialty kind of race where we're going to run everything as an open class. So you'll have open two-wheel, open four-wheel, open stadium truck. And then we'll do some resorts. We'll run reverse grids. And then we'll even combine like top two buggies, top two four-wheel drive into a race and see who's better. 1 minute to go. Joe, Alex, Turkey, Aaron.
1 minute left.
Your running order. Also keep your eyes on the calendar on more Facebook page for when the indoor track change is going to happen. Should be somewhere in early to middle of April. Watch the end of the straightaway. It's clear now. 30 seconds to go. Alex with a real nifty pirouette. Oh, our leader going down. Ben is there to quickly get him fixed up. Fatigue setting in for our 21.5 drivers. 5 seconds to go. That is time, drivers. Finish the laps
Aaron
you're on.
Casey done. Alex Graham done.
Got 2 more cars to finish.
Joe Saw done.
1 more. Marshals, please remember to grab the blowers as you head off the track. And
All
that's going to do it.
Turkey done.
Turkey 19.515, Alex 20.503, and Joe going to be your round 1 TQ in 21.5 with a 21.508. I know we've got some drivers doing 2 classes, some cars that need repairs. I'll give you about 5 minutes to get your programs organized before we start round number 2. Yeah, 5 minutes. So that would be 7:20. Get going 7:20 for round number 2.
As long as we're an hour around.
I will take this opportunity to tell you again about March Madness. So that's going to be Saturday. We're going to run an open 2-wheel drive. We'll run an open 4-wheel drive, open stadium truck, and open short course. And I think because it's short course, we'll run full open. So whether it's 2-wheel drive short course or 4-wheel drive short course, it's just open short course. See if we can get some people driving them. And then we will resort. When we resort, we'll put the fastest cars in the back for March Madness for those open classes. And then for round 3, we will combine. You'll have your fastest 4 2-wheel drives, fastest 4 4-wheel drives. We'll put them together, see who's got the fastest buggy skills. Same thing with truck. And then if you guys are down for extra mayhem in March Madness, we'll run your top 2 buggies, top 2 4-wheel drives, top 2 stadium trucks, top 2 short courses, all as one class, and see who's champion of March Madness. And then we're running minis. We're going to run minis the following weekend. We'll run a class for minis on, I think that's March 29th. Minis will have their own class opportunity in our race program. And then in April, we're going to start working on our outside track, get that ready. We'll get a new inside layout. We'll probably run a spring series as well. Who's excited for the sprint cars? Anybody? Not 1 or 2 people. I think it's happening. I mean, I've got them ordered. I've got 10 cars ordered. Let's put it that way. I've got 10 cars ordered, and I think we're going to try to put an oval into the outside track, which means we're going to have to move the timing line so that we can run like oval cars for Friday Night Lights. I thought it was kind of cool that they made it so you could take the wing off of the sprint car and make it a midget. Because I know there's midget chassis out there as well. The idea is to run them on the tire they come with. See how that goes. Yeah, it's supposed to be a dirt track treaded kind of tire. A little bit of slip, and the tires well, I mean, they are supposed to be kind of waterproof. They've got a body on them. I don't know about wet the track. With Miller Lite? Is that what you said? Gross. Then you're going to have people from Colfax like trying to drink the track in the middle of the night. Exactly. Colfax. All right. So we've got about a minute and a half to go before we start round number 2. That's going to be with our 17.5 4-wheel drive cars. A whole 8 17.5 4-wheel drive cars. That's a great turnout for a Wednesday. Means we need all of our marshals, including my volunteer marshal Gunner from up in the front of the hobby shop. Guess I got to go find him.
Dosho.
All right. Let's get those four-wheel drives out. Get our marshals from race number 5 out on the track, please.
Kendra Knowles.
We will need everybody from race number 5 out to marshal as we're going from a group of 4 to a group of 8. I've got a volunteer out here to help you guys out, but four-wheel drive's always a good place to watch.
Tim Carr. Tony Markham.
And the marshals post get you in on the action up close and personal. Not a lot of other car racing where you can get this close to the action. All right, looks like we've got everybody checked in, so let's close the straightaway and line them up. We're running in reverse order from round 1, so that's going to put Tanner up front, followed by the Dosho, Tim, Andre, Steve, Quentin, Tony, and Kendra. Kendra, your TQ is going to get the start in the back. So Tanner, Dosho, Tim, Andre, Steve, Quentin, Tony, and Kendra. We missing one? Oh, that's unfortunate. All right. Is he going to make it, or is he out? Okay. All right. So, qualifier 2, you're going live. Looking for clean laps and 22 or better on the sound of the tone. Not Joe. That's Tanner going to lead him around. I wonder if there's anybody out there that rents cars often enough or drives other people. Watch out going up the hill. Anybody that loans cars often enough that they just take their own body with them and go to a track and just ask to borrow a car. Like, hey, I got a body. Can I drive your car? That might be a new way to build your skills, right? When you're traveling, just go find a stranger and see if you can race their car. I don't know if that's a good way to make friends or a good way to make enemies. Up front, you've got Tanner, the Dosho, Steve, Quentin, and Kendra. Kendra, your TQ, having to start from the back this round. Oh, Tanner and Larry mixing it up. Larry worse off for it. Watch out going down the hill. Clear. Steve and Kendra getting together. Kendra trying to make her way through the field. Couple of cars getting tangled in the uphill doubles. Kendra gets a few easy passes. Still only up to the 4th position. Out front, still Tanner. On pace for 23 and 5 flat right now. That would set new TQ by 2 laps if it holds. No pressure. Just drive nice and clean. Watch out going down the hill. Go inside. Clear. With 3 minutes to go, Tanner, the Dosho, Kendra, Steve, Quentin, your top 5. Tanner and Steve, leader coming up behind you. Yep, that leader. Blue and silver is your leader. Thank you, Quentin. Oh, that let the Dosho close right in. Oh, right up on the back bumper. Has to check up. Almost rolled it over. It's going to reset and take another crack at it. We're halfway through this one. The leader's down the straightaway. Tanner and the Dosho, 0.3 seconds difference between them. Kendra, 7 seconds back from that. Kendra is having to work her way through the field, having to start in the back position.
Two minutes left.
Oh, watch out going up the hill. Got a car down going up the hill. It's clear. End of the straightaway. We got one down. It's clear. Still Tanner out front, followed by the Dosho, Kendra, Quentin, Steve, Tim, and Tony. A field of 6 associateds, 1 TLR, and one other one that's not on the track. $110 to go as we got a pile up under the timing stand. That is your third place car coming through there. Kendra trying to make her way through some traffic, see if she can catch up to Tanner and the Dosho. Leaders headed down the straightaway. Steve is the next one in their view. Oh, big traffic in front of the leaders going down the hill. Everybody able to avoid the marshal in the stricken car. That was some nice driving. Leaders down the straightaway. Leaders trying to put third place a lap down right now as they head down the hill. Kendra moves over, lets them through. They're racing for position. She is not. She's on her own timer. Oh, we got a car jumping the track. Look out. And that's clear. 10 seconds as our leaders cross the line. This could be the final lap. They're on a 23:01 pace. Are they going to get there? Doesn't look like it. Oh, photo finish at the end there, but Tanner's going to get it. Followed by the Dosho, Kendra, Steve. Couple more to finish. Marshals, please remember to grab the blowers before you head off. Speaking of heading off, I'm going to sign off after I give you your finals. Kendra, 22.503. The Dosho, 23.501.9. Guess that biscuit for the biscuit didn't pay off that time. Tanner sets TQ 23.501. I'm going to set the mic down to go drive stadium truck because we all know that's the best class. And I'll see you back up here in 6 or 7 minutes.
Ben Cropper.
All right, round number 2, heat number 2, 13.5 stadium truck. On the stand, we've got Eric Adams, Victor Wu, Joe Sa, Ben Cropper, and Daryl D. And looks like this time we've got all 5 trucks. I've got Ben checked in, Victor checked in. I need the other 3. You guys need to cross the line. Got Eric checked in. And Joe checked in. And let's see if Daryl. Daryl, do you have a transponder in there? You do? Can you check, maybe make sure it's not plugged backwards or something? I'm not getting a check from your car there. Just it's easy to plug those in backwards, and then they don't cross. All right, looks like we've got marshals. We're gonna give Daryl a minute to check his transponder, make sure that thing's got the right polarity. I don't know why they make them so you can plug them in backwards. All right, if you guys want to line up, Eric is on the pole this time, Victor on the 2, Joe 3, Ben 4, and Daryl will be right there on the 5. Looks like he's got his hood, or body back on. And let's just make sure he crosses the line, and that way I can verify that he's got a working transponder. All right, Daryl, just go across the line, and let's make sure this will work here.
Daryl.
There you are. All right, man. So, Daryl, you're on the 5. Yeah, well, you guys good with that? Okay. All right. 5, stadium trucks on the grid, marshals in place, drivers ready, go at the sound of the tone, not before. All right, Adam's leading the way. And the green, well, momentarily was out front. Let me see here. Eric's still leading the way on the first lap. Your leader. Purple, fluorescent yellow, and white. Coming over the table now. Meanwhile, the battle for second position is on. And it looks like Daryl D in position 2. Just as I say that, he rolls it. Joe Saw now up to the 2. Ben Cropper's going to take over 3. Daryl definitely can drive. He's just got to keep it on its wheels. Still plenty of time in this race. 4 minutes to go. Eric Adams rolls it over. He's got a pretty comfortable lead, though, but that's going to cut his comfort zone down just a bit here. Adams looking for the TQ, which is set by Joe Saw, 21.503. Eric Adams, as he crosses the line, 25.11. He was on a 21. Eric, though, however, right now, second qualifier. Our leader getting into the marbles. Current TQ is coming up behind him now. 1 corner back. Joe now on the hunt for Eric. That blue truck. Our leader's down the straightaway. Purple and white, followed by blue. If you see him, give him just a little room. They're battling for position. Eric makes it through. Joe's trying. Top 2 make it through. Adams making this a race. Joe not giving up. It is bumper to bumper. Eric makes a fatal mistake. Other side. There he goes. Joe Saw now in the middle of this race, taking over the lead. Eric Adams with a pretty solid second position, though. However, Ben Cropper is sneaking up on him. Cropper just over the middle jump, down the straightaway, orange and purple. Currently, Cropper is in third qualifying position. Daryl D in the 4, Victor Wu in the 5. We have just over 2 minutes to go, drivers. Plenty of time. Pace out front is 21.512. That's 9 seconds off the TQ. Our leader, all blue truck, crossing the line. If you see him, give him a little room. He is on a lap of his own now. Eric Adams in the 2, crossing the line with a 25.07. And Cropper crossing the line, 19.5 flat. Ben wants that 20. He can certainly get it. It's just got to keep it on its wheels. All right, thank you for letting our leader by. Joe Saw, 21.509. All right, drivers, you have just over a minute to go. Your running order is Joe, Eric, and Ben, top 3, followed by Daryl and Victor. Looks like Victor's got a little mechanical issue here. He's pulling off, so we're down to 4 trucks. Time is winding down, 45 seconds. Eric Adams putting on a good run here. Solid 2nd position. Ben Cropper in the 3rd position is 9 or 10 seconds off. Down the straightaway. Ben makes it around lap traffic. Drivers, you have 10 seconds. See who's going to make that line. Ben's going to make it. Daryl's going to make it. That is time. When you cross the line, you will be finished.
Eric
and Joe, you are done. Ben and Daryl, keep going. Ben is done, and one more to finish. And Daryl, you are done. All right, 13.5 Stadium truck taking 3rd position. Ben Cropper, 25.10. 2nd place, Eric Adams, 25.04. And taking the win, Joe Saw, 21.505. Good run, guys. We'll need all our marshals from that last race, plus a few volunteers. Up next, we have race number 3. First heat of 17.5 two-wheel drive buggy. On the stand, we've got Turkey, Colby Harden, Andrew Hammond, Brian Burks, Tanner Dillon, Jeremy Hilsendager, Chris Payne, and Chuck Erickson. A stacked heat. Currently, your TQ is Chris Payne. If you want that pole position, you're going to need 23.512 or better. Currently, Chris is the only one with a 23-lap run in this class. Tanner with a second, 22.5 flat. Leonard right now 3rd. If you want to sneak into the A main, you've got to do better than 21.506. And Colby, you are on the bubble. All right, looks like Eric back to the timing stand. Kendra Knowles, your guest announcer, signing off. Good luck, guys. Track is open for practice.
Andrew Hammond, Colby Harden, Tanner Dillon, Chris Payne, Jeremy Hilsendager, Brian Burks, Chuck Erickson.
All right, we've got our marshals out here. We've got everybody checked in, so let's close the straightaway. I'm going to close the straightaway, close the straightaway. Watch the end of the straightaway because the straightaway is closed. Let's go, line them up. We flipped the grid, so that means Turkey gets to start up front, followed by Colby, Andrew, Brian, Tanner, Jeremy, Chris, and Chuck. Again, your lineup, Turkey, Colby, Andrew, Brian, Tanner, Jeremy, Chris, and Chuck. We've got drivers. We've got marshals. It's going to be a wild race. You're looking for 23 to set TQ. Going live on the sound of the tone. No, not that tone. No false tones. That's not nice. All right. right, got a little bit of a pile up. Everybody coming from the back trying to force their way through. That's not really the way you set TQ. Smooth races, clean passes. That's how you set TQ. Couple of cars checking up on the downhill. Turkey, Colby, Brian, Jeremy, Chuck, Tanner, Chris, and Andrew, your running order. Turkey making good use of that pole position start. Colby also doing a good job these first couple of laps. Oh, announcer's curse for Turkey. Jeremy's made it up to the 2 spot after starting near the back. And we were hearing his name all throughout round 1. Oh, Colby with a traction roll at the end of the straightaway. He's going to lose several positions. That's going to change our running order. That's got Jeremy to the front, followed by Turkey, Brian, and Chuck. Then Colby, Tanner, Chris, and Andrew. Pace out front, 22.513 right now. Jeremy having worked his way through the field. Let's see if that pace improves. Race number 4 will be up next. That's our second group of 17.5. In this one, 2 down, 3 to go. Jeremy, Turkey, Brian, Chuck, Colby, Chris, Andrew, and Tanner in the back. Jeremy starting to pull out a bit of a lead, 4.2 up on Turkey. Oh, Chuck up on the bicycle. Chris nowhere to go. Colby upside down with the stutter bumps. That wasn't Colby, that was Andrew. Somebody get my eyes checked. Got one down on the downhill. Watch the downhill. Clear. That was Chris. Pace out front improves, 22.501. That is Jeremy. That's that teal with the white wheels. He's got probably 2 laps worth of clear sailing ahead of him before he catches Tanner.
2 minutes left.
2 minutes to go. Jeremy, Turkey, Brian, Chuck. Great run for Turkey, on pace for 22 laps right now. Watch out going up the hill. You got a car down up the hill. Thank you, Ben. Again, teal car with the white wheels is your leader, headed down the hill. He's behind Andrew right now. No, that is Colby. Behind Colby right now. Colby running in the 4 spot, leader right behind him. Your running order, Jeremy, Turkey, Chuck, Colby, Tanner, Chris, Brian, and Andrew. Everybody on pace for at least 21 right now. Jeremy trying to set TQ.
1 minute left.
That green car with the white wheels on pace for TQ right now, so let the leader through. Oh, Brian on the wrong side of the track. Gunner's got him fixed up, though. Thanks, Gunner. Again, green car, white wheels is your leader on a TQ run right now. Oh, crash up the hill. Joe is there to marshal. Makes quick work of it. 30 seconds. Watch the start finish. Got a car down. It's clear. That was Tanner upside down. Jeremy, Chuck, Turkey, Colby, Tanner, your top 5. Chuck trying to make his way around Andrew. He does. Oh boy. You got somebody stopped on track. Looks like that was Chris letting the field go by, I think.
Turkey done. Colby Harden done.
Jeremy and Chuck make it by for the extra lap.
Done.
Everybody else is done.
Chuck
Waiting on Brian and Jeremy. Brian and Jeremy, that's going to do
Jeremy
it.
Hills
Marshals, please grab the blowers
All
before you head off the
finished.
track.
Brian Burke's done.
In the 4 spot, Colby 21.501. Turkey gets caught 21.5 flat. Chuck 22.508. And Jeremy does not reset TQ 23.513. Chris still holding on to TQ. Race number 4 are going to be the last ones with a chance to dethrone him. Chris probably going to head back to the pits and double check his setup, but we'll need all our drivers from race number 3 out to Marshall. Race number 4 should be on the driver's stand. All right, I think the marshals are done, so you're good to check in. Let's get those drivers from race number 3 out to Marshall, please.
Leonard Munoz, Quinton Bristol, Kendra Knowles, Ben Cropper, Tanner Marshall, David Stevenson, Justin Pacelco.
All right, we've got everybody checked in, so let's close the straightaway. Close the straightaway, and we will get everybody lined up, please. Close the straightaway. We're going to have Ben Cropper up front, followed by Justin, David, Quentin, Kendra, Leonard, Steve, and Tanner. Hey, Brian, could we have you back on the wall for the first lap? All right, so again, Ben, Justin, David, Quentin, Kendra, Leonard, Steve, and Tanner. All right. You're looking low 22 or even 23 if you want to get that A-main bump. Clean laps are the way to do it, and we're going to go live on the sound of the tone. Quick start. Remember, clean laps, clean passes. Don't develop a reputation for being a bully. Nothing worse than a bully with an RC car. Actually, there's probably a lot of things worse in life. Oh, tangle. Leaders getting tangled. Everybody having trouble on lap number 2. After the carnage, Ben, Quentin, Leonard, Justin, Tanner, your top 4. They are right together going up the hill. Everybody being racy down the straightaway. Oh, Ben turns in a little bit too soon. Oh, then gets caught on the tube going up the hill. Gonna fall to the 4 spot. Leonard to the front now. That long first lap, it takes the computer a little bit to get the prediction right, but right now, Leonard, Justin, Quentin, Ben, Tanner, your top 5. Oh, Ben stalled on the side of the tires. It's going to drop him back a little bit. 3:30 to go. Leonard, Justin, Quentin, Tanner, Kendra, David, Ben, and Steve, your running order. Watch out going up the hill. Got a marshal in the middle. Leonard, Justin, Kendra, Tanner, your top three. Ben falling to the 6th spot from his pole position starting. So your leader, red and white, followed by yellow, green, and white, followed by pink, blue, and green. And then blue, gold, and red with the mismatched wheels in the 4th spot. Kendra making a pass up to the 2 spot now. So Leonard, Kendra, Justin, Tanner, your top 4. Oh, but Justin gets caught on the pipe. Marshall has to wait for traffic to clear. Gives him a little bit of a boost. Maybe too much of a boost.
2 minutes left.
Now your order, Leonard, Tanner, Quentin, Justin. Looks like Kendra may have missed a lap. I'll get that fixed up. All right, Leonard, Kendra, Quentin, Tanner, David, your top 4. Top 5. Excuse me. No real big movers right now as far as where they're going to qualify. Leonard looking for some pace. He's got about 7 seconds to find if he wants to better his qualifying position. .45 seconds on the timer as Justin heads out for the next lap. Your leader, that red and white associated B6.4 with the white wheels on it, headed down the straightaway. Pink, blue, and green associated with the yellow wheels of Kendra in the 2 spot. She's almost 10 seconds behind right now. And then Quentin. He is yellow and white. 5 seconds to go. David and Steve get an extra lap. Kendra gets by for one more. Everybody else finished the lap you're on. Leonard, you're the first one done. Ben's done. Marshals, please remember to grab the blowers before you head off the track. 2 more cars to finish, and that's going to do it. In the 3 spot, Quentin, 21.505, Kendra, 22.514, and Leonard, 22.502. So that's going to set our grid for 17.5. Last qualifier of the night is going to be 21.5.
Turkey. Alex.
All right, sounds like the marshals are done with the blowers. Let's get those vehicles checked in.
Aaron Casey.
All right, just looking for Joe to get checked in, and then we'll be good to line him up.
Joe Saw.
Four-wheel drive, are you guys going to want to break between qualifiers and mains, or are we going to go right into it? What do you think? All right, everybody's checked in. Let's close the straightaway. Your lineup, Joe, Aaron, Turkey, and Alex. Joe, Aaron, Turkey, and Alex. All right, that's the grid. We've got drivers. We've got marshals. 21.5, looking to beat Joe's 21 in 5.08 from round one. He's starting up front. Let's see what he can do on the sound of the tone. Everybody looking for clean laps. So far, nobody has to be marshaled. That's a good thing. Looking real racy down the straightaway. Everybody's still going. Oh, Alex, the first one to be marshaled. Turkey and Joe. Oh, they get tangled. There goes Aaron into the lead. Oh, they tangle again. Everybody's getting caught up. Everybody's right together again. Turkey comes out of that one in the front. Joe and Aaron playing a little bit of leapfrog. Oh, Joe grabbing the pipe. Alex grabbing the pipe. Everybody on the pipe except for Turkey. Four laps in. Turkey, Alex, Joe, and Aaron, your running order. As we cross 3:30 to go, Turkey, Alex, Joe, Aaron. That all black car is your leader. Then blue, orange, and silver is your second position. Oh, Aaron and Joe tangle on the straightaway. As we approach halfway, Turkey still showing the way, followed by Joe, Alex, and Aaron. Usually inadvisable to paint your car solid black, but Turkey's making it work for him. I hear he got one of those new R1 motors in and was really liking it. Oh, Alex upside down after getting a bite of the corner dot. Maybe we should paint one of those like Pac-Man. Oh, big tumble out of Aaron on the downhill doubles. Didn't have to be marshaled though. Oh, that time he does. Under 2 minutes to go, still Turkey, followed by Joe, Alex, and Aaron. Again, we've got some cool ideas coming up on the race calendar. This Saturday, we're going to be running some March Madness. Have some open classes that everybody sort out who's going to be the fastest. Doesn't matter what kind of motor you've got. We'll even invert the grids, make the fast guys work through traffic one extra time. Then you've got minis on the schedule for Saturday the 29th. Look for track change both indoor and outdoor in April. along with probably some series racing.
1 minute left.
1 minute to go. Turkey, Joe, Alex, and Aaron, your running order. The pace out front is 21.512. That's about 5 seconds shy of beating TQ. But Turkey has been really smooth this time around. Oh, Joe trying to catch up, winds up upside down on the downhill doubles. "20 seconds to go as Joe goes out for another lap. He might get 2 more if he stays smooth. Turkey gets 1 more. Alex probably going to be the first one done. That is time, drivers. Please finish the laps you're on. Alex, you're done.
Joe Saw done.
Joe is done. Aaron
Casey done.
and Turkey.
All drivers are
Oh, that gets real close to
Turkey
resetting
done.
TQ. Falls short by 0.2 seconds. Alex, 19.502. Joe, 20.505. And Turkey, 0.2 of a second from resetting the TQ with a 21.508. All right, so there goes your main lineup headed to the printer right now. Four-wheel drive is going to be leading us off. Oh, I boo-booed. Four-wheel drive should be lining us up. Let me fix it. Hang on, Kendra. I got to reprint it. It's in the wrong order. All right, there's the correct one. Sorry about that. Four-wheel drive going to lead us out with Tanner as your TQ, followed by the Doe Show. Kendra, Steve, Quentin, Tim, Tony, and Andre. Four-wheel drive will be up in 5 minutes. We will have a couple of drivers going back to back, so we'll need somebody to volunteer for Turkey when it comes time to go to race number 5. He is back to back. Turkey making the A main in 17.5. Woo! Almost had TQ in 21.5 too, right there at the end. Really turned it up in the last couple of laps.
That motor is awesome, though.
Yeah? Yeah, I mean, that's what everybody says about the R1 stuff, so I figured I'd give it a shot here. Yeah, no problem. I mean, they sold really fast. I already got to order more of them. I mean, you're probably helping the cause, too. Again, we will be running March Madness this weekend. That'll be open classing, open two-wheel drive, open four-wheel drive. Run whatever kind of motor and ESC settings you want. We'll let your driving sort it out. We will run inverted grids in the March Madness. Round 3 will count as the mains for March Madness, and then we'll sort together. We'll put 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive together for March Madness. And if everybody's game for it, I'll put truck in. We'll mix them all together for March Madness champion. That'll be interesting. Or just like a bulldozer bumper. That's not nice. All right, we've got about 2 minutes before 4-wheel drive is up for the mains. All right, let's get those 4-wheel drives out on the track. We'll get the main event started.
Kendra Knowles. Steve Sampier.
All right. We need our
Andre
marshals
Quesoto.
from race number 5 out on the track to marshal, please. Gunner out to marshal, as well as any other volunteers to help out in the main event. Again, Gunner, we'll need you to marshal, please.
Quentin Bristol.
All right, so let's get those drivers from race number 5 out to marshal. Gunner out to marshal as well. As we get our 4-wheel drives checked in.
Dosho. Tim Carr. Tony Markham.
All right, we've got everybody checked in. Watch out in the doubles, yeah, right there, that part of the doubles. All right, everybody's checked in. Let's close the straightaway. Get your lineup on. That lineup is Tanner in the TQ position with the borrowed car. It was upside down, but he's still your TQ. Followed by the Dosho, Kendra, Steve, Quentin, Tim, Tony, and Andre. Again, Tanner, Dosho, Kendra, Steve, Quentin, Tim, Tony, and Andre. All right, we've got drivers. We've got marshals. You guys good with 5 marshals? All right, I mean, you ran with 5 before. All right, here we go. 4-wheel drive kicking off main event time on the sound of the tone. And they're off. Tanner going to lead them around. Down the hill they go. Oh, the Dosho tries for the inside pass. Doesn't make it. Marshall's on the way. Tanner, Kendra, Steve, your top 3 after lap 1. Oh, Quentin upside down. The Dosho trying to make his way through traffic. Yeah, drive it out. Lap 1 crash. You got plenty of time to recover. Just think of it as practice for Saturday when we run inverted grids. Tanner, Kendra, Andre, Steve, your top 4. Watch the end of the straightaway. Clear. Watch the uphill double, clear. Your leader, orange, blue, and silver, borrowed car. Kendra in the 2 spot. Oh, comes up too long on the uphill double. Steve going for a wild ride on that downhill double. Everybody in risk it for the biscuit mode in the main event. Dosho making some moves on that lap. He's up to the 5 spot. Tanner, Kendra, Andre starting from the back up to 3rd position. Watch the straightaway. It's clear. Oh, Dosho backwards at the end of the straightaway. 3 minutes to go. Still a lot of racing left. Nice and smooth. Watch those uphill doubles. It's clear. Larry trying to make a pass on Andre, looking for clean passes. Tanner, Kendra, Andre, Steve, your top 4. Battle for 2nd position down the straightaway. Tim, that's the 2nd place battle behind you. I see it. Kendra getting caught up. It's going to put Andre to the 2 spot. Tanner, Andre, Kendra, Steve. Watch out down the hill. Watch out going down the hill. Oh, we got a body coming off. Somebody go fix that body, please. Watch out the end of the straightaway. Got a car hitting the wall. It's clear. Straightaway. Clear. Tanner, Andre, Kendra, Quentin, Steve, your top 5. Andre with a bobble in the uphill double. It's going to allow Kendra to catch up. Your leader, still Tanner in the rent-a-ride, on pace for 23, trying to back up his strong round 2 TQ performance. Tim and Tony getting tangled on the end of that uphill double section. A drag race down the straightaway. 1 minute to go, drivers, as Andre goes out for his next lap. Kendra trying to make her way through the TNT battle. Oh, our 2nd place car upside down. Joe there to get him fixed up quickly. Tanner trying to run away and hide. He's got an 8-second gap. Now he's got a lap on 3rd place. 22 seconds to go as Tanner goes out for another lap. He might get 2 more. Or should get 2 more, maybe even 3. It'll be close. There's 1. Not going to make this 3rd one. 5 seconds. Quentin gets another one. Andre, you are done. Andre, first finisher, caught at the line. It means Tanner's on a victory lap in the rent-a-ride. Marshals, please remember to grab the blowers before you head off the track. 1 more to finish, and that's going to do it. Tanner completes the victory lap. Kendra, 22.506. Andre, 25 flat. And Tanner wins from pole position. 23.504. All right. So, four-wheel drive main event in the books. I'm going to turn the microphone over so I can go play stadium truck main event. We'll see Kendra Knowles up here for announcing duty here in just a moment.
All right, race number 2. 13.5 Stadium Truck A main on the stand. Joe Saw, Eric Adams, Ben Cropper, Daryl D, and Victor Wu.
Crawford. Daryl Howard.
Looks like we've got marshals already. And let's see, I'm looking for a check from Joe and Eric and
Joe
Victor. I don't know if Victor's going to make it.
Eric Adams.
All right. Hey, Victor, are you going to make it? Yeah, it looks like he's looking like he might make it. Thumbs up, thumbs down. You need a minute or 2 minutes or... We'll give Victor a minute. He looks like he's working on it feverishly, so. All right, so our favorite to win this one is Joe Saw, TQ with a 21.503. Can anyone bring him down? Ooh. All right, I've got the wave from Victor. He's not going to make it, so let's line this up. Joe Saw on the pole, our TQ. On the 2, Eric Adams. On the 3, Ben Cropper. And on the 4, Daryl D. All right. Eric getting his perfect spot there. Okay, we got marshals in place. Drivers ready. Go with the sound of the tone, not before. Well, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. That was gonna be a false start, but everyone did it. So. Our leader goes down. Eric is gonna take advantage of that. Eric to the 1 on the first lap. Let's see if he can hold it. Good racing. There's plenty of time in this one. Make it a good race. Eric now out front. Joe hot on his tail. Down the straightaway they go. A battle in the front and a battle in the back. Ben Cropper and Daryl D fighting for 3rd position. Joe makes a pass. Eric had the lead. Joe rolls it over. Eric with another lucky out front position. And Joe rolls it again. Joe is going to make it easy for Eric. Not so easy. Eric goes down. Eric needs to focus if he wants to maintain that lead. There's still a lot of time in this race. Eric Adams, purple and yellow, coming over the tabletop now. That is your leader. If you see him, give him a little room. He does have a chance to win this one. Joe Saw now putting the afterburners on. Joe Saw down the straightaway in that blue truck. He's laying down the rubber. Eric just needs to keep calm and keep those lines nice and clean. Joe Saw, your second place position coming up on lap traffic. There is a battle in the back as well. This might be a bit of a challenge. Those two want to race. Joe wants to get around so he can catch up to Eric. Daryl goes down. Cropper now with some breathing room. That is second place. Thank you. And that's a good way to do it. All right. Eric Adams now with about a straightaway lead. We still have plenty of time. 2 minutes and 2:50 left in this race. Eric looking pretty good out front. Joe is really pushing that truck though. He's getting it up on two wheels. This ought to be interesting as things tighten up. We're halfway through, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. So Eric coming off that tabletop. Joe coming off the tabletop. Meanwhile, Daryl and Ben still pretty close together. They're about the same distance apart as first and second. Daryl makes the pass by jumping over Ben, but then he spins out. Ben's going to take it back. Meanwhile, up front, it's tightening up now, definitely. One corner separates the top two. Eric Adams, nice jump for Eric. And he's going to, oh, he rolls it. That's it. Joe Saw now out front. And now Eric doing what Joe was doing in the beginning. Got to keep calm even after you're passed. You have to keep calm and just keep clicking off those laps. Joe Saw out front now with a pretty comfortable lead. Time is starting to wind down. 1:20 remaining, drivers. So Joe now out front, but he had to work for it this time. Eric in the 2 with a valiant fight. Ben Cropper in the 3. And Daryl in the 4. Leader's pace is at 21:512. About 8 seconds off his TQ pace. Leader goes down, but he's got a comfortable lead. Meanwhile, it looks like Ben has caught up to Eric. Now there's a battle for third position. I thought they were on different laps, but they are not. Ben is now a corner back. Meanwhile, Joe is trying to get through lap traffic. He's got a pretty good lead. There's 20 seconds left. Can Ben close the gap? He's got a lap, maybe 2 laps. This lap and the next one. If Eric keeps it on its wheels, it's likely he'll hold that second place position. 10 seconds. They should both make the line. Eric makes it. Ben makes it. This is going to be their final lap. That's time. As you cross the line, you will be done. Joe with a flamboyant finish there. And Eric, you are done. And Ben. Looks like Daryl dropped out of this one.
Ben Cropper done.
Good race, guys. That was actually pretty fun to call. All right, 13.5 Stadium Truck A main. Third place, Ben Cropper, 20.511. Second place, Eric Adams, 20.508. And taking the win and the TQ, Joe Saw with a 20.503. Good run, guys. Up next, we've got race number 3. 17.5, two-wheel drive buggy B main. On the stand, we've got Colby Harden, Quentin Bristol, David Stevenson, Justin Pacheco, Tanner Marshall, Brian Burks, Ben Cropper, and Steve Sampler. We'll need volunteer marshals, and we need our marshals from that last race. Drivers, you can start practice laps after the maintenance is done. Please wait for the maintenance. All right, we still need a few more marshals. Volunteers are welcome. I see Victor coming out here. Oh, thank you. And looks like Eric is back on the timing stand. Kendra Knowles, your guest announcer, signing off. Good luck, guys.
Colby Harden, Tanner Marshall, Brian Burks, David Stevenson, Justin Pacelko, Quentin Bristol, Ben Cropper, Steve Sampier.
All right. Thank you, Kendra, for calling Stadium Truck. We've got our 17.5 two-wheel drive B main checking in. Checking in, but hopefully not checking out before the race starts. We've got everybody checked in, so let's close that straightaway. Close that straightaway. You got one down in the middle. We're going to close the straightaway and line them up. That lineup will be Colby Harden being BQ, followed by Quentin, David, Justin, Tanner Marshall, Brian, Ben, and Steve. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the stool guy winds up on the straightaway for the first lap, so everybody can see through him. All right. Full B main grid here in 17.5 two-wheel drive. That's amazing. Continue to be amazing with clean laps on the sound of the tone. Colby gonna lead him around. Got a lot of fast drivers here in the B main. Stacked field in 17.5 two-wheel drive tonight. Colby and Quentin, followed by David, Justin, and Tanner. Colby with a mistake. That's going to put Quentin to the front, followed by David. And then Colby and Justin, the top four. Tanner Marshall not far behind in the fifth position. Our 17.5 two-wheel drive A main will be up next. Oh, we got a car down in the middle. That was Brian. Looks like he got it righted. Leaders headed down the straightaway. Track's starting to dry out a little bit, getting a little loose. Especially if you go all crazy and get in the paint. There is no grip out there in the paint. Whoa, big flip out of Brian. Watch out going down the hill. Caution going down the hill. It's clear. Big gaggle of cars going up the hill now. I think our leaders are in there. Oh yeah, that's a battle for the front. Top 5 cars all together with one lapper going down the hill. Right now, Quentin and Colby, your top cars. Followed by David, Tanner, and Justin. Oh, David hung up on the pipe in the middle of the track. All the marshals had to wait for traffic. That does not lose him a position, but he lost a lot of time. Your leader, the yellow car, yellow and white car, followed by that awesome glow-in-the-dark green of Colby. Love seeing people mix custom colors for their paint jobs. And Colby's is very distinct. Down the hill they go. Quentin and Colby, your leaders. Justin might be close enough to capitalize on a mistake. We are halfway. Oh, Colby upside down at the end of the straightaway. Justin does get to capitalize on the mistake. He's up to the 2 spot. He's got lap traffic between himself and the leader. That lap traffic moves out of the way. Thank you, Brian. That is the sportsman thing to do. 2 minutes to go. Quentin, Justin, Colby, your top
left.
three, followed by Tanner, David, and Ben. Oh, Ben upside down before the announcer's curse could strike. Your leaders, the bright fluorescent with white paint jobs, headed down the straightaway. They are closing up on Steve. Steve, you're the next one for the leaders to catch. Going up the hill right now. Oh no, both of our leaders with a little bit of trouble going up the hill. Oh, Ben getting stuck. Gunner, you got to watch the car in front of you, not the race. Oh, nifty little rollover out of Brian going down the hill. Doesn't have to be marshaled. The lead battle down the straightaway. It's three cars, Quentin, Justin, and Colby. They make the turn, head down the hill. Oh, the top two get together. Colby's going to sneak through, but he's upside down. All three of our leaders crash. Oh, no, 4 cars down behind him. Marshals are crazy. Let's see how that shakes out. Looks like Colby wound up front. Oh, no, we got a car off the track. That was a big jump. Looking for my leaders, Quentin out front, David Stevenson up to the 2 spot after having a little bit of trouble early. He makes a pass going down the hill. David Stevenson to the front with 30 seconds to go. David, Quentin, Justin, then Colby and Tanner. Looking for our leaders, silver, orange, and purple, followed by yellow and white, followed by green and white. Justin tries to carry too much speed, rolls it over at the end of the straightaway, falls back to Colby. Picking up our leaders. They're going through the short chute, hitting the straightaway. 5 seconds to go. Watch out, Steve. Those are the leaders around you. Leaders going down the hill. Final time for the B main battle. Up the hill on the doubles. David out front. Quentin not far behind down the straightaway. David's going to hold on. Couple more cars to finish. Marshals grab the blowers before you head off the track. That's going to do it. Everybody's done. Exciting there at the end. Justin, 22.513. Quentin, 22.511. David, 22.510. Thank you, drivers. Thank you, marshals. That was a thriller. Up next, our A main, which should be even more thrilling. Woo!
Turkey. Tanner Dillon. Leonard Munoz. Andrew Hammond. Chris Payne. Kendra Knowles. Jeremy Hilsendiger.
All right, let's get those cars checked in. Let's get them checked in.
Chuck Erickson.
Drivers from race number 3 out to Marshall, please. All right, we've got all our cars checked in. Let's close the straightaway, line up the A main. Let's let Gunner off the track. He's been out here 3 races in a row. All right, I'll need our marshals to spread out. I need another one over here. All right, A main following a full B main. That was a lot of action in that B main. That was a good race. Chris, your TQ, followed by Jeremy, Tanner Dillon, Leonard, Chuck, Kendra. Kendra down in the 6th position. Andrew and Turkey making an A main appearance in 17.5 with a full 16 drivers in it today. That's an accomplishment. All right. B main put on a show. Let's see if you guys can do them any better with clean laps on the sound of the tone. Chris getting him a lead around. He set the TQ pace in round 1. Nobody was able to do him better. Jeremy was real close but unsuccessful. They head up the hill. Leonard in the 3 spot. And you've got Tanner 4, Chuck 5. Little bobble out of Andrew. Top 2 on a breakaway. The pack is in the hunt for the 3 spot. Down the straightaway they go. Leonard, Chuck, Kendra, Tanner, the battle for 3rd. The battle out front, Jeremy and Chris. Jeremy's made his way around. It's going to be a good battle. They're going to race nice and clean going down the hill. Just the 2 of them make the turn up the hill. Chris goes a little long. Then he's upside down, giving Jeremy a gap. Leonard to the 2 spot. Now it's a 4-way battle for 2nd behind Jeremy. Turkey upside down on the uphill lander. Jeremy, Leonard, Chris, Kendra, Chuck, your top 5. Jeremy falling back towards Leonard right now. Turkey in between. Chris getting real aggressive over the top down the hill, but it was a clean jump. Race is on for the 2nd position. Leonard's got it. Chris wants it. Down the hill they go. Oh, our leader upside down. That's going to fall him back towards the battle for 2nd. 3:10 to go. Still plenty of racing. Jeremy, Leonard, Chris, Kendra, and Chuck. Oh, you got one upside down on the uphill. That was Chris. He's going to fall back a couple of positions. Your new running order, Jeremy, Leonard, Kendra, Chuck, Chris in the 5 spot. Got 2 R1 powered cars in our A main. I think. Halfway, drivers, halfway. Jeremy, Leonard, Kendra, Chuck, and Chris. Oh, Leonard and Jeremy getting tangled. That's going to put Kendra up into the mix. 3-way battle for the lead going down the hill. Looks like Leonard comes out in front, followed by Kendra and Jeremy. They're coming up on Turkey, probably within a lap. Tanner and Chris getting racy for the 5 spot. That means Chuck's all by himself in 4th.
2 minutes left.
You're good, Turkey. Thank you. Under 2 minutes to go. Leonard goes a little bit wide down the straightaway. Top 3, Leonard, Kendra, Jeremy. They're going to be coming up on Andrew next as they go up the hill, making the short shoot, headed for the straightaway. Jeremy falling back a little bit, letting Leonard and Kendra push each other. Oh, Leonard makes a mistake. That's what Jeremy was waiting for. He goes to the front. He knew Leonard and Kendra were going to race hard. He snuck in when they bobbled. Jeremy, Kendra, then Leonard, your top 3. Chuck in the 4 spot, not far behind. It's a 4-way battle with 1:10 to go. Leaders down the straightaway. Tanner in the 5, Chris in the 6, Andrew, then Turkey. Our leaders going up the hill. Jeremy, the green car. Leonard and Kendra with a little bit of a bump. It's going to put Chuck to the 3, Tanner to the 4, Kendra falls to 5. Oh, we got somebody upside down in the bottom. That was Chris. Out front, 35 seconds to go. Jeremy, Leonard, Chuck, Tanner, Kendra. Chris trying hard to make up the ground. Oh, looks like Turkey's stuffed under the pipe. 20 seconds to go as our leaders head up the hill. Jeremy, Leonard, followed by Chuck and Tanner. 10 seconds. This may be the final lap as they go up the hill. Andrew, leaders coming around. Thank you.
Jeremy Hill sent it.
That's it. That's the race. You're caught at the line.
Andrew.
Finish the laps you're on. 3 cars to finish. 3 cars to finish. Looking for Chris and Turkey.
Kendra Nall's done.
And that's going to do it.
Finished. Turkey done. Chris Payne done.
All right. In the 4 spot, Tanner, 22,502.9. Chuck, 22,502.6. Leonard, 22,500.6. And Jeremy, caught at the line, but it doesn't matter. 22,500.3. He takes the A main from the second starting position. Up next, our final main of the evening. It is 21.5 two-wheel drive, and after that, the track will be closed. Turkey going back-to-back, so we'll need a volunteer for him if we could. I don't know, we had 8 cars. We'll be fine. We don't need a volunteer. We got it. Oh, Brian doing the man job, working the track blowers for everybody. Thank you, sir.
Turkey.
Yeah, it cleaned up a little bit.
Alex Graham.
Slowly but surely. All right, let's get those A main drivers out to Marshall.
Joe Saw.
Watch the end of the straightaway. Got a couple of cars sideways down here.
Aaron Casey.
That's a good race. Good racing here tonight, especially with 3 classes of 5 being 8-car full heats. Well, we've got everybody checked in. Just looking to have our marshals out here, and we'll get started. I'll need another one on this end of the track. Looks like Tanner's going to take it. Thank you, sir. All right, so let's close the straightaway. Whoa. Let's close it down and get our grid set. Up front, you've got Joe, Turkey, Alex, and Aaron. Looks like Alex needs a doctor. All right. Again, Joe, Turkey, Alex, and Aaron. All right, 21.5 going to be our final main event of Wednesday night racing. Got to follow up those amazing races from 17.5. We had 2 great races with full grids in 17.5. We're going to look for clean laps on the sound of the tone. Joe going to lead him around. He was the TQ and winner in stadium truck. Let's see if he can go 2 for 2. Turkey, fresh off the track, swapped cars from 17.5 where he made his first A main appearance. So he's got fresh track time. Joe's been sitting quiet for 4 rounds. Let's see who's got the advantage. Right now, everybody running as they qualified. Again, we'll have some interesting things going on with March Madness on Saturday, minis the following week, and then 2 track changes in April. You don't want to miss out on the action. Right now, speaking of action, Joe out front. Battle is for the 2 spot between Turkey and Alex down the straightaway. Making the turn, jumping down the hill. Another turn, back up the hill. Turkey with the wide line. Alex opts for the middle. They go down the hill again. Joe looking to make a pass on Aaron, putting him a lap down. Oh, Alex getting caught on the pipe. That's going to give Turkey some room. Let's see what he can do with no pressure. Go track down our leader. 3 minutes 20 to go. Oh, Aaron upside down. Andrew had to wait. The gap with 3 minutes to go. The gap from first to second, 4.6. And then another 3 seconds back to Alex. So that's Joe, Turkey, Alex, and Aaron. As we approach halfway, Joe stretching his lead to 6 seconds. Kendra doing double duty, gets 2 cars before Andrew can get there to help out. Again, thank you to everybody for coming out tonight. Having 3 full 8-car grids out of 5 is pretty awesome. Hobby Shop's not going to open until 2 p.m. tomorrow. We've got a date with a beautiful lady for lunch. Joe, Turkey, Alex, and Aaron. The gap now 9.1 from first to second. Watch out going down the hill. Got 1 car slow over there. It's clear. 1:30 to go. That gap is holding pretty stable at 9 seconds. Right now, Joe about a lap and a half ahead of his TQ pace. So he's finally got that 21.5 dialed in for the night, just in time to close it out strong. Oh, a little bit too strong up on the bicycle coming off the hill under the timing stand. Stadium truck, that would have rolled over. All that momentum in such a big vehicle, they just flip right over. 55 seconds to go. The gap from first to second is up to 10 seconds. Looks like Joe's going to try to see if he can put the whole field a lap down to round out the night here. Alex with a tumble headed up the hill. Turkey trying to sneak by down the inside. He does. Able to put a lapper between himself and the leader. Not for long as Alex is upside down. 25 seconds to go. Our top 2 cars should get 1 more lap. Turkey trying to keep the leader behind him. Taking the respect for trying to keep everybody from going the lap down.
Customer is looking for another B6 one.
I don't think I have any. They're on order. That's going to do it. Everybody's still live. Drivers, finish the laps you're on.
Alex,
you're going to be the first one done. Turkey's able to hold off Joe. And then Aaron. And that's a race. All right, track is closed. There will be no practice this evening. Again, we'll open up at 2 p.m. tomorrow. 21.5 A main results. Alex, 19.506. Turkey, 21.512. And Joe, 22.512. Thank you, drivers. Thank you, marshals. Thank you, everybody in attendance and watching at home. We do appreciate everybody. If you have any questions, give us a call, reach out on Facebook or in email. We will see you tomorrow. Again, thank you very much.